Mm. Hello guys, hello. Oh Pixie, where you going, baby? She's going in her bed right here. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. And welcome to my channel. And please like, subscribe, and comment. I would appreciate it. Anyway guys, let's get right to it. I was on my way to a couple of stores. Had the radio on, right? And I realized, okay, now this is regarding people, I don't know, not everybody's like this. A lot of people can listen to a song that is attached to a memory, a good memory, and they love it. They love it. It's like, oh, that reminds me of blah, blah, blah. And then there are people like me, I know there's many of you out there too, excuse me, that memories from songs, good memories or bad, they can really almost be traumatizing. They can really make you emotional. And so while I was driving to these stores, I thought, wow, you know, like this song would come on. I thought, oh my God, that reminds me of when I was living with my son, Nathan. Oh my God, that reminds me of when I was living with my kids right after my divorce. Oh my gosh, that reminds me of when I was married. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of my brother. Oh my God, all these songs, right? I was like, and as I was driving, you know, I'm sitting there driving and I thought, you know what, this is a trigger for me. A lot of you might think, oh, that's weird. No, it's not weird. Music can stir up incredible emotions. And if you're dealing with anxiety, like I do, you don't need all those extra emotions attached to those songs. You don't need them. And I thought about it, and I thought, as I was driving and another song came on, I felt honestly like a tug in my heart. It was like a tug, like, oh God, that reminds me of, you know. And I thought, no, I can't do this to myself. Can't do it. So I just turned the radio off and I thought, this radio is going to stay off. Because I have an older car and so it doesn't have all that, you know, technology stuff that you can listen to whatever music you want from wherever you want. I don't have that. So the stations that I can get, well, they all play, you know, the ones that I can listen to anyway that are, that have music of any kind. They all have something that makes me think of something. So I thought, nope, radio's off. I wish it could be like when I go someplace with my son Nathan, he plays music that I have never heard of. And it's really nice music. It's calming, or it's just a good, how can I put it? It's just calming, and I can't associate it with anything because I've never heard it before. He always plays music in his car that I've never heard. So when a song comes on, you know, with a certain beat or certain instruments or a certain voice singing whatever, I don't know them, so I find them very relaxing. So my radio is going to stay off now. Absolutely off, because boy did that affect me today, guys. I'm not kidding you. And I've thought about that every time I drive. I turn the radio on and these songs come on. It's like, oh gosh, oh man, I remember, oh yeah, my son used to love that song. Oh this, oh, you know, I can't do it anymore. No more. Too much emotional trauma attached. Come on, baby. Attached to music. I can't do that to myself. How many of you out there are like that, where you might hear a song and you actually feel a tug in your heart, you know, like, oh. How many of you do that? I know a lot of people do that, because music can bring up a ton of memories, a ton of emotions, a ton of oh, anxiety, even bring up anxiety. Yes, music can do that because of what it stirs up inside of you. My car is old enough to where it actually still, it has a CD player in it. Yeah. I may have to, what I'll have to do is look for, I'm going to ask my son who these singers and bands or whatever are that he listens to, and see if I can find some CDs to put in my car to listen to. Because I like to listen to music while I drive, but I'm finding, no, this stirs up too many emotions. And I tried listening to like people just talking, almost like a podcast type of thing. You know, it's just people talking about whatever. It got too boring. It was like, oh my God, I have no interest in that. So that didn't work out. And of course, the other stations, you know, Spanish stations, I don't know what they're saying, so that won't work. So yeah, I thought, I gotta ask my son what that music is that he listens to, because it's really pretty. I mean, it's, some of it was just very calming, some of it was a little upbeat, you know, but it's not anybody I've ever heard of, so it's great that when I hear it, my brain doesn't automatically attach it to something or someone or some time or some place or anything. No attachment. And I realize that's why I find it so enjoyable. Today was a real eye-opener, guys. I hadn't really realized that before. And I think about it and I think, how many times did I get in my car, turn on the radio, and I felt that little tug right in the heart, you know, like, oh gosh, I remember that song with blah, blah, blah. Think about that, guys. Think about, you know, and a lot of the music that I used to absolutely love, when it would come on the radio, I would still love the song itself. But then there was that attachment to someone or something or some time. And now I realize there were a lot of times I'd get in my car in a really good mood. Here, yeah, this is it. I'd get in my car in a really good mood, turn that stupid radio on, and I'd be getting out of my car to go into the store, wherever I was going, and I actually felt kind of down. Like, oh God. I didn't realize how powerful, well, yeah, I realized how powerful music is, but I didn't realize how powerful it was in my life in terms of the emotions that it was really stirring up. I mean, big time, guys. I know all of you have listened to some songs that made your heart tug, you know, that you felt that pull, that, or maybe your stomach kind of like, oh God, I know you have. And it's funny too, because a lot of the memories that came with those songs, they were good memories. They were good, they were just good memories. But they hurt because, excuse me, because I know the memories can never, it can never happen again. The memory attached to a certain song can never, ever, ever, ever happen again. And that's where I started realizing, you know what? Music can really take your mind somewhere else. It can take it somewhere else in the past. It really can. And I think about all that and I'm thinking, I can't do that to myself anymore. I'm too damn old. I'm 70. I can't, right now, dealing with anxiety that I do, I can't handle any extra stress at all right now. That's where I'm at. It's literally like my stress, my stress anxiety level, it's like how can I put it? I'm not out here shaking all day. No. It's just like this low level anxiety that's always there. And so I have to watch what happens to not activate it to become even bigger. You know what I'm saying? those of you that have anxiety and depression and stuff, you understand. But yeah, I started thinking about that, and I thought, how did I never place music as part of my mental well-being? So now when I talk to Google, I would tell her to play 80s music, 70s music, 90s music, whatever. And I started thinking, I'm doing dishes and this song comes up and I'm like, oh my God. No, I can't do that anymore. So I'm going to start telling it to play soft jazz because I love soft jazz. Don't know one single performer of soft jazz. Don't have any connection to soft jazz. So I will start listening to that. No more of songs that remind me of times past, people past, whatever. Oh man, guys. It's really strange how it was like something, it was like, once again, I'm driving, and it was like something said, Lori, you're not realizing something while you're driving your car. The music you're listening to is affecting you. And it's true, because I do recall times I would get out of my car feeling kind of down and out when I started off really feeling good. But I'd feel down and out, and that I stupidly didn't connect it to the music. And I love Elvis, but that's about the only that I actually have a CD of Elvis in my car. That's the only thing I can listen to that for some reason doesn't connect me to anything. I've loved Elvis since I was in high school, and I still love Elvis. So I can listen to him and I'm good. But anything else that comes on the radio, I am telling you, ooh, there are times when now that I think back to it, there are times when I would hear a song and I would be tearing up while I'm driving because it brought too many emotions to the surface. That's why now I can't listen to Christmas music. Oh my God. When I hear Silver Bells and I'll Be Home for Christmas, I feel like I could fall apart inside. I really do. And it bugs me because I love a lot of the old Christmas songs, the good ones from long ago that I grew up with. They are beautiful and they are wonderful Christmas songs. And last year I couldn't listen to any of them. I was driving and I'll Be Home for Christmas came on. I started full on crying while I was driving because it made me think of, I can never go home to my parents again. I can never go home to my parents again. And I was full on crying. I even had to pull into a parking lot to bring myself down. And then when I hear Silver Bells, oh my gosh. I think though I will always listen to Silver Bells because that one is a wonderful memory. Oh my gosh. We were in Santa Fe and my mother and my Aunt Ollie and my cousin Vanjie and I went to the Santa Fe shopping area, like the Civic Plaza area. And everybody was happy. My aunt was happy. My mom was happy. They were just talking. It was Christmas time, and they were all just talking, you know. And my cousin and I were talking, and it was just that beautiful, cheerful mood. And everything was decorated in the stores and stuff, and people just seemed happy. And then Silver Bells came on the outside music, and then it started to lightly snow, just very lightly snow. Just a few flakes. I will never forget that feeling of that song and the happiness and the joy with my mom and my aunt and my cousin. It was just one of those beautiful moments in life, guys. It was magical. It was like, it was dark and cloudy, and when we started first seeing the first flakes coming down, and then Silver Bells is blasting. I was like, oh my God, I was so happy. Oh my God, I was so happy. It was like everything was right. and to see my mother and my aunt so happy, just, you know, just talking, just chatting, you know, and it was a beautiful memory. So Silver Bells is my favorite Christmas song, and that's one I will always listen to. But the I'll Be Home for Christmas, that one, man, that rips my heart up for some reason. It really does, because I know I can never go home again. I never can go home to my mom and my dad, never. So guys, think about it. Maybe you've been doing this and not even realizing it. Maybe, you know, you're one of those people, oh, I love oldies. See how your mood is after you listen to those oldies. See how your mood is after you listen to something that is attached to someone or some time in your life or a place or whatever that was good or bad. Or like if you were married and you had a horrible marriage and you got divorced and you had a horrible divorce and all that. Think of the songs that you liked at the time or associated with that time. That can bring up some not so great feelings. So yeah, my radio's off. It's off. Just, I wish I could find somebody that had like a really good podcast on the stations I can get. But I've tried and I can't find anything that's of any interest to me whatsoever. So today as I drove around with the radio off, when I realized it was happening, I thought, it's off. I just shut it off instantly. As I continued going to my stores without the music, I felt better. I felt much better when I was done driving. And that's when I really realized, boy, this affected me more than I realized. Much more. And while I was in the store, I went to Dollar Tree, that was one of them. There was a lady in there with the most precious little dog in the world, and I had to tell her, oh my God, that dog is darling. It's in the seat part, you know. And she starts chatting to me away about everything. We just sat there and chatted for a little bit. The dog's name was Poppy. Oh, it was adorable. And we were just talking about our dogs. I mean, she was really nice, you know. We just started chatting. And I got back in my car and I thought, no music. That was a wonderful moment in the store. We just chatted and she was real sweet, and she was about my age, I guess. And I thought, nope, no music. You feel really good right now. Don't turn it on. So I did not. And guys, I gotta say, I feel better driving without memorabilia music. Yeah, felt much, much better. So think about it, guys. Think about what music you might still say, I love it, I love it. It's such a good memory, oh this, oh that. Who knows? Maybe you don't realize it's affecting you emotionally. I didn't really realize it. It just, something made me realize that today. Something said, stop it. These songs are making your heart tug. There's a reason for that. So, yeah. So anyway, guys, you lazy bum. Mwah. You're such a lazy bum. Oh. So just wanted to talk to you about that, guys, because it really, something opened up my eyes today about music and how I feel when I get out of the car.